Vitamin M pre-show. I am your host, Marchelle Sterling. And listen, this is a time for you to prepare and to get ready so that you can receive your Vitamin M on tonight. We are going to take a deep dive on tonight into see the good, acknowledge the bad, and embrace both. See the good, acknowledge the bad, and embrace both. Marchelle, how in the world am I supposed to see the good in a messed up situation? We are going to talk about that on tonight. But before we go there, listen, go get your note-taking device out. Go get your writing utensil and then sit with an open heart, an open mind, and an open spirit so that you are ready to receive your vitamin M on tonight. Let's go get your vitamins. This is your vitamin M. This is your motivation for the week. Get your vitamins. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey, good evening. Yeah. Welcome to the Vitamin M Show. I am your host. I am your hype girl. I am your home girl next door. Listen, I am Marchelle Sterling. This is the Vitamin M Show where the M stands for motivation. We are here to inspire you to greatness. We are here so that you take your life to the next level so that you get where you want to go. Listen, it is an honor and a privilege each and every time that you decide to join me on the Vitamin M Show. Each and every time you make the decision to show up for me, to show up for yourself, to show up for your family, you are growing. You are growing each and every time. I see the maturity. I see you getting better each and every day. I hope you see yourself getting better. Listen, what are we here for? We have 3 objectives every single solitary Sunday night, and it is to do what? To break down walls, to produce positive thinking, and to exhibit resilience amid any situation. That's what we are here to do each and every Sunday night. So let's go get it. Hey, I see you getting your vitamins. Hey, I see you getting your vitamins. Hey, I see you getting your vitamins. Hey, get your vitamins. Get your vitamins. Get your vitamins. Hey, I see you getting your vitamins. Hey, I see you getting your vitamins. Hey, I see you getting your vitamins. Hey, get your vitamins. Get your vitamins. Get your. Yes! We are diving in on tonight. Listen, as we begin to break down the walls in our life, as we are producing that positive thinking, and as we walk into exhibiting resilience amid any situation, we keep adding strategies and tools and encouragement to our toolbox as we are inspired and motivated to walk this thing out, to live our best life. And on tonight, I'm going to challenge you on tonight to see the good, acknowledge the bad, and embrace both. See the good, acknowledge the bad, and embrace both. You have to embrace both of them together. We are going to get into the embracing part. We're going to break down each part one by one. We want to talk about the see the good. And once we see the good, then we want to roll right over into acknowledging the bad. When I have to acknowledge that it is a bad situation, it is what it is. And then how do I embrace them both together? Because they coexist together. If I want to grow, I have to embrace the good and the bad. I have to see the good and acknowledge the bad. I have to see the good, acknowledge the bad, embrace both. See the good, acknowledge the bad, embrace both. See the good, acknowledge the bad, embrace both. Write that down. See the good, acknowledge the bad, and embrace both. Both of them go together. So when I am talking about see the good. It literally means the ability to see. When I just look at the word see is the ability to see what is around me, to view a situation. It is my perception. When I see, it's how do I perceive the world around me? How do I perceive and intake the world that is around me? Because when I see something, we all can look at a situation and see something totally different. No matter if we are looking at the same situation, we may be looking at the same situation, but the way that we see it, the way that we view it, the way that we interact it, the way that we perceive it from our own vantage point, from our own experiences, from the things that we have went through. That's what I bring to the table. That's how I see. So I have to see the good in a situation, and my good and your good are two different goods. They are not the same thing, because I'm going to see the situation slightly different than the way that you see the situation. When I say see the good, it is the way that I perceive it, but it is also that I'm looking at it and I'm saying no matter what. It is a no matter what attitude that I'm going to see the good in the situation. I'm like, what good thing can come out of this? Where it's not all doom and gloom. What can I glean from this situation? What positive thing can I get out of this? How can I grow from where I am? How can I grow from where I am? How can I level up in a situation that I may believe is not for my good, but it is my good? When I find myself in diverse situation or a peculiar or a particular place, I count it all joy. I count it all joy. No matter where I find myself, I don't care how bad the situation is. See the good. See the good. See the good. I choose joy. I choose to find joy somewhere in the situation. I choose, even if it's just a smile on my face, I choose to find the joy. I choose to find it. My face does not, and my countenance and my demeanor does not have to dictate my hatred or disgust or sadness within myself for the situation that I find myself in. I choose to have joy. Joy is a choice. Joy is a choice. I choose to find the good because I choose to have joy in this situation. I choose to decide that I'm going to roll with the punches. I'm going to ride the tide. I'm going to go with the flow. I choose these things in my life because I don't want the other choice. I choose not to look at the situation and say, woe is me, and stay there. I make a choice about my life. I told you on the other week, the choice is yours. The choice is ours to make. We get to make the choice for how I want to interact or perceive the situation. See, I am definitely committed to the situation, to finding the joy in the situation. When we break down the word see, it literally means to perceive with my eyes, to discern. How are you discerning the situation? I discern to see the good. It is how I perceive it with my eyes. How am I looking at it? How am I looking at it? How am I looking at it? How are you looking at the situation? I have looked at so many situations and I choose to find the good. I choose to find the joy. Some people are upset in the situation and I choose to find the joy. I choose to laugh about it. It's a choice. It's not that I'm saying that it's not bad or it didn't hurt, but I make a choice in how I want to perceive it and how I want to interact with it. And you can't be mad because someone decides on their own not to view the situation the way that you view the situation. You cannot be mad because I make a choice in my own life to choose joy, to see the good, to see the good. You cannot be upset. You mad at me because I decided to find the joy. You mad at me because when I turn on the camera, it lights the fire within me that I'll get all riled up. I choose to see the good. I choose to see the good. I choose to see the good. I choose to have a smile on my face. I choose to wake up with happiness. I choose to wake up with joy. No matter where I find myself, no matter where I find myself, I choose the joy in the situation. I choose the joy. I choose the joy. I take control of my own life. I choose joy. I see the good. 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 I can see the bad. I can see the ugly. I know that it's there. I'm going to acknowledge it. But right now, I'm diving into see the good. I see the good in the situation. I see this thing working out for me. I see the good. I don't allow imposter syndrome to come because I see the good. I see myself making it out. I see myself getting over. I see myself winning. I see myself being on the top. I see myself giving back. I see myself being an impact. I see life changing. I see the good. I see the good. I see the good. I see the good. It may not be where I want or where I desire to be or where I maybe even think I should be at this point in my life. But I see the good of being here. I see the benefit of the situation. I needed to be here for such a time as this. I'm where I am supposed to be. This is where I'm needed right now. I'm needed in this time to light a fire. I'm needed in this time to be an encourager. I'm needed in this time to be a listener, to be a shoulder. I'm needed in this time. So I see the good in where I am in my walk of life. I see the good. See, it's easier to keep company. People are surround you when you are woe is me. We can find a lot of partners in the woe is me category, in the things are not going so great category, when it's all down and out. See, that's where the most company is kept because you get more people because it's easier. It's easier to be in the, it's easier to be in the bad. It's easier to be in the, oh, woe is me. Oh man, things are not gonna work out. Oh man, I'm just not gonna be able to make it. Oh man, we're never gonna get through this. Oh man, this is gonna take a long time. It's just not going fast enough for me. That's the easiest spot to be in because that's the most comfortable spot because it takes less change. It's the road of least resistance. That's the easy road. The hard road is to take to saying, I see the good. I see the benefits of this situation. I see how I can grow through this because some people don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you get better. And because they have something wrong within them, because they have the problem, they will project the problem on you. Don't allow people to project their negativity and their problems on you. Reject it, reject it, reject it, reject it, reject the negativity, reject their problems. Don't let them deposit negativity into you. You reject it and see the good. Come back. Come back and put a see the good shirt on and tell them, but I see the good. But I see the good. But I see the good. This is for my benefit. This is where I needed to be. And you too can do the same thing. See the good, because some people just don't want to see us shine. But shine anyway. I keep shining anyway. I keep being, hey. I keep doing it anyway. I keep showing up anyway, because I don't know when my one day is. When is your one day? When is your one day? One day it will. One day it'll come together. One day it'll all work out. One day you will be discovered. One day you will make the money you want to make. One day. But you got to perform every day for the one day to show up. You have to show up every day like it's the one day, if it's going to come, because you don't know when that day is. When is your one day? See the good after these messages.
Marchelle Sterling is available for your next event. Known for her energetic speaking style and down-to-earth teaching, Marchelle has made a positive impact on her audience at every engagement. Whether it is a keynote address, conference, workshop, breakout session, or staff meeting, Marchelle brings the same fire and excitement to every session. To bring the Sterling experience to your next event, scan the QR code on the screen, or go to www.marchellesterling.com.
See the good. See the good in any and every situation. I need you to learn this lesson. You have to be intentional. See, when you want to see the good, we very easily can see the bad. The bad comes like nothing else, but we have to be intentional. You have to be intentional about seeing the good in a situation, because I can already tell you, oh my gosh, I have a flat tire and all the things that are going to go wrong. Listen, I stomped my toe. I dropped my coffee. Listen, I couldn't find my car keys. I didn't get the job. Whatever it is, somebody rear-ended my car. Whatever it is, my stomach hurts. I have a headache. Whatever it is, maybe the headache came to make you rest. See the good. Maybe you spilled the coffee because you didn't need it in the first place. See the good. Maybe they ran into the back of you for the fact that maybe you are going to get a new car, or you need to be able to encourage that person. See the good. You have to find the good. And if you cannot find anything else, maybe it's just a smile. Maybe it's just, hey, you know what? It is my turn, but I can see the good. I can see the good. I am intentional about finding the good. When I get up in the morning, what can I see good about my day? What can I already anticipate that, you know what, this is going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. Hey, it's going to be a good day. A good day. It's going to be a good day. I can do that. I can get up and direct my day and be intentional about when I want to see the good. One must be focused and determined to find it. You have to be, which focused and determined is together intentionality. It is when I encounter a situation, where is the good in this thing? Where is the good in this thing? Where is the good in this thing? No matter what I encounter, where is the good? Where's the good in it? I'm looking for the good. I already see the bad. The bad is walking all around me. I already know the bad. Everybody has helped me point it out. But I'm getting my inner circle together. I'm getting my inner circle together. And we are practicing see the good, acknowledge the bad, and embrace both. See the good, acknowledge the bad, and embrace both. See the good, acknowledge the bad, and embrace both. That's what my inner circle, that's what we're doing together, so that we can uplift one another, so that we can be an example and a role model to those that are around us. Maybe I need to laugh at myself. Some of you just need to laugh at yourself. Just take a good laugh at yourself and what you get upset about. Sometimes if you take a step back and just laugh about it, a good laugh does the body good. You talk about milk, milk does the body good, or eating an apple a day to keep the doctor away. Listen, you need to just laugh a little bit. It lightens up the situation. I laugh at my students all the time and some of the choices and decisions that they make. And my one of my assistants says the frontal lobe is not fully developed, and we laugh about it because sometimes I'm just trying to be them and see what they were thinking, and I find the good. I find it an opportunity to talk to them, to love on them, to give them examples, to be a role model, and to role play and to say, when you were in this situation, tell me what you could have done besides that. Besides saying that, what were your other options? Or besides using your hands, what were your other options? See, I find the good, but I always find the good if they come to me and they just tell the truth right out the bat. Just straight up, Mr. And I did it. I did it. I can find the good. So when I have to call the parents and talk about the discipline, I can say, but the silver lining in the situation is they did not go around the mulberry bush. They admitted to their wrong. And now we can move on. Now we can stand up. It doesn't negate the fact that they have to have the consequences. However, it does play into it because I can see the good in that kid. I can see the good in them being a human, that they are able to take responsibility for their actions. Because no matter where I find myself, I'm either going to learn something to do or learn something not to do. But you have learned a lesson. No matter what it is, you have learned a lesson. When you begin to see the good in a situation, you are able to exhibit resilience amid any situation because you're able to see the good. You're able to find the silver lining. It encourages me when people are able to see the good. But when you see the good, see, I don't want us to be mistaken that bad things don't happen. Bad things happen to bad people, to good people, to all kinds of people. Bad things just happen. Things just don't all the time work out the way we want them to work out. Now, I don't want to negate the fact that the bad happens. You have to acknowledge, and to acknowledge means that I'm simply going to recognize it and say it is what it is. Listen, you know what? Doggone it, I spilled my coffee and I just spent, I don't know, because I don't drink coffee. So maybe you spent $8, $5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't know. But I spilled my coffee. Oh my gosh. I stumped my toe. I'm not negating the fact that it hurts. I'm not negating the fact that I just wasted my money. I'm just saying I can acknowledge that it's not a good situation. When we were rear-ended in our car, I can acknowledge the fact that I was mad that they had wrecked my car because I was a few months from paying it off. I can acknowledge the bad, but I just found joy. I just found joy in it. I found joy at the time that my daughter wasn't in the back seat. I was going to go pick her up. She could have been in the back seat of the car, but she wasn't at the time. So I'm not going to negate again the fact that it was bad. My car was wrecked. It was totaled. I couldn't do anything about it. It wasn't my fault. My husband and I were sitting at a red light. I'm not saying that. I recognize that it was bad. I recognize that I was mad. I was upset. I was in my feelings. I was ready to get out, and I was ready to get out the car and fight. Once I came back to the reality that, oh my gosh, this person has hit us. But my husband and I found the good in the situation. And I began to be thankful that I was still alive. I found the good. I was thankful that my husband and I were both still alive. I was thankful that we were able to get out with the thought that I wanted to fight. Not that I was going to go do it, but that I was still in my right mind, that I had no broken limbs, that my daughter wasn't in the back seat. See, I found the good in the situation. Even in the midst of the car wreck, I found the good in the situation. I am aware that the bad exists. I'm aware that it wasn't a good situation, but I didn't have to keep dwelling on it. I didn't have to stay there. I didn't have to live there. I didn't have to repeatedly say, he hit my car. He hit my car. Let me get out. Let me get out. Let me get out. Yes, I found myself in a pickle of a situation. But we got a new car. All things are well. My daughter wasn't in the back seat. We still have our life, our health, and our strength. See, you have to look at situations and find the good. Sometimes when you get a headache, what if you get a migraine and it is to cause you to slow down? It is to cause your body is saying rest. Your body is saying take a break. Find the good. Acknowledge that my head hurts and it hurts really bad. But I'm going to go but I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take a risk. Because when I acknowledge the bad, I'm going to say it exists. I'm mad, I'm upset, it is here, it is what it is. I can stay there for a while, but then I have to begin to say, what am I going to do about it? I acknowledge the bad. It's not that hard. It's harder for me to tell all of us to see the good, to see the good. It's not hard to acknowledge the bad things that happen in life, the bad people in life, the bad players in life. When somebody walks through a door and don't hold it for it, the door slam in your face. When someone doesn't speak in the morning time and they know they haven't seen you, you can acknowledge that that was rude, but I can find the good in the situation and smile and speak to the other person anyway. And when I see the good, and I'm going to recognize and acknowledge that bad things happen to all of us, then I have to embrace the two together. The two begin to coexist, the good and the bad, the good and evil coexist. Good and bad coexist. There's the good and the bad coexist within you. They ride together. They're partners. They ride, hey, they ride together. They ride together. They ride together. They are partners in crime because it is not healthy to walk around and be. That's not where we want to be. But it takes the bad, it embrace the failure. Remember, you want to allow failure to be your fire. So when the bad things happen, when I fail at it, when it doesn't work out, I want to acknowledge that the bad thing happened, but I want to embrace the two together as they coexist, and I want to use it as an opportunity. I'm going to let them come together and I'm going to look at the situation side by side, the good and the bad, the good and the bad. And I can go either way. I can say, this is the good in this situation. This is the bad. Now, how am I going to marry the two? And what am I going to do about it? Or I can look at the situation and say, oh my God, I'm so mad about this. And you can acknowledge the bad first, but don't stay there long. Don't stay in the bad or the bad very long. Don't stay there forever. Acknowledge the bad, see the good, and embrace both. You can interchange them together. It's your party. It's your business. You can do what you want to do, but you have to do the two together. You have to do the two together. I need you to do the two of them go together. Acknowledge that it is a bad situation. Acknowledge that it happened, but find the good. Find the good in it. Even if the good is only a smile, even if the good is you know what it is, what it is. I just need to take a minute. I just need to take a break. I need some time to gather my thoughts. Even if you have to do the pros and the cons of a situation, you find the good and you embrace the two of them together. See, the good and the bad together is where they intersect. They cross over and they're so interchangeable, but it is about your attitude, your perception. How do you see it? Where do you where do you want to go? How, when I acknowledge the bad, how will I get better from here? How will I get better from here? What does better look like? What does getting better look like? Because I can stay in a peculiar situation and never come out if I choose to. Remember, the choice is yours. This is where you activate your own choice. You have to see the good, acknowledge the bad, and embrace both. And how you utilize that is up to you. But you have to be intentional about it. You have to be intentional about your actions. You have to be intentional about your actions and thoughtful. You have to want to see it for it to happen. Or you will always see the negative in a situation. You will always see that things will never work out for my good. But if you see the good, and acknowledge the bad and embrace both, you impact your life and the life of those and the lives of those that are around you. Because you begin to be an example to show others that it can be a bad situation, but I can find joy, I can find peace, I can find happiness, I can see the good, and I can use it to my advantage. See the good, acknowledge the bad, and embrace both. This has been your Vitamin M, and we will see you on next week. Remember though, be intentional. Find the good.
Join us next week to get your weekly dose of Vitamin M. Please visit our website at www.marchellesterling.com.